Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naisha if you're new here, and in today's video we are going to do a first impression of the items that I picked up in my last Boxy pop-up haul, as well as some of the add-ons. So Boxy pop-up is part of Boxycharm. Every 3 months they have a huge sale, and a lot of the items that were featured in previous boxes, and you know, they get a lot of overstock items, they put it in a huge sale every 3 months, and it is marked down 75-80%. And this is my second time shopping it, so I went on there and I got a couple of things, and I decided to finally try it out. So I really didn't get a lot, I just got like a couple makeup things, and I wanted to try it out and do a full face, so I decided to fill everything else in with items that I either got in a Boxycharm box at a pop-up sale, as an add-on, or some other Boxycharm related purchase. So if you didn't see my last Boxy pop-up haul, I will link it down below. It's really about 5 or 6 products. The main thing I wanted to jump into was this Zoeva-Caramel Melange palette. This is my first time trying out Zoeva eyeshadows, so you will see me do this eye look with this palette, and you will hear my thoughts on this palette at the end. And I also picked up this Zoeva-Aristo blush palette as an add-on in my last Boxy add-on purchase. So I also use this on my cheek. And then a bunch of other stuff. Like I said, everything else is from some form of Boxycharm channel. Also, if you're really into Boxycharm, a reminder, the next add-on sale is going to be on July 13th. And they sent me $12 because they had sent me an extra. They sent me a repeat product, so they sent me $12 that I can shop in the sale. So I'm excited to see what they have on sale, so I can spend my little $12. So you will see that with my next Boxycharm unboxing. If you are interested in seeing how I achieved this glowy orange summer look with all the items that I got at Boxy pop-up or Boxycharm or Boxy add-on, please keep on watching. As usual, we're going to start off with our brows. We're going to use the $1 Billion Brows Universal Brow Pencil. I got this in a recent Boxy look. I haven't used it much because it really isn't my favorite. The pencil itself is so thick, so it's really hard to get definition, but I can fill in the brows and then clean it up however I like it after. And I'm also going to set it with a little bit of powder so it's not slipping and sliding all over my face. Okay, so I went ahead and cleaned up under my brows and concealed / primed my eyelids with the Nudestx-Concealer Pencil in Deep 7. And we're going to use this again later on. Hopefully it'll work under the eyes. We'll see. For eyeshadow, we're going to go in with the Zoeva-Caramel Melange palette. So what it looks like, very neutral, warm palette. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Aftertaste in the crease. There we have that first color down. I don't know why I thought it would have been a brighter orange, but it's a pretty muted orange. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit with Alchemy, peachy color. I'm gonna deepen everything up with Edible Gem, which is this color. It's like brown with some gold sparkles in it, but it's most likely gonna go on the eye matte. See. So it's a matte with sparkles. You know, that's pretty pigmented, and you can see there's a lot of fallout. You don't really see the gold flecks. Not quite sure why they put gold flecks in a matte shadow. I think that helps with blendability. I'm not sure, but it is pretty pigmented. On the lid, I'm gonna go in with a liquid center. Just wanna swatch this one. Ooh, that was nice. So first I'm gonna try dry, and then we'll see if we have to wet it. That went on really nicely dry, so I'll leave it like that. Okay, for a liner, I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Dagger Tattoo Liner. I actually haven't tried this one yet, so that went on really nice. The other Kat Von D liner, the tattoo liner, not the dagger one, is actually one of my favorites. And this one seems to be pretty similar, except that the tip is shaped like a dagger and it's a little bit shorter, but the formula seems to be the same, and it did go on pretty nicely. For lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Unscripted Beauty-Risky lashes. These lashes look wild. Okay, enough with the face. For primer, I'm going to start out with this Touch and Soul No Poreblem Primer Essence. I had this one before, and I got another one recently, but I really haven't been trying this one out, so I figured maybe I should try it out. It's supposed to help with the pores, so we'll see. I'm gonna go over top of that with the No Poreblem primer. This is the thicker one, but that one I'm gonna concentrate right in the T-zone area. Now for foundation, we're gonna use the Perricone MD No Makeup Foundation Serum. So the word serum scares me a little bit. It's obviously not gonna have a lot of coverage. I'm gonna try to put it on with a brush. And this color looks a little too light, but anyway. I'm gonna pick up some and just drop it right into the brush. And we'll see how that works. Oh, way too light. And this is the dark of the medium ones. Why does this always happen to me? If y'all think it's looking crazy on camera, it's looking even worse in person. But again, it's a foundation serum, so there's little to no coverage, and it's too light. But we will fix that. So I also have the Nudestx Tinted Blur Stick in Deep 8. And this one's a lot closer to my skin tone. It's like a stick foundation that you can use all over. Just kind of go over that atrocity. And blend that in. Okay, that helped a lot, but as you can see, it's still very, very light coverage. So this is definitely a no makeup type of look. For concealer, I'm going to attempt to use the Nudestx-Concealer Pencil in Deep 7. Let's see how much coverage we get out of this. For a stick concealer, this is surprisingly creamy. So we'll see how much coverage we're gonna get. Before I blend it out, I'm gonna go in with the Pure Cameo Contour Dual Ended Foundation in Dark. I'm gonna use that as my contour. Alright, now let's blend it out. See how it looks. Okay, that was also pretty light coverage, but it was not bad at all. It blended out pretty nice with a sponge. But again, as you can see, this is a real light coverage makeup. Okay, to set under the eyes, I'm going to use this Cover FX setting powder in translucent light. I don't use this a lot because I feel like it's so light for me. I'm not a fan of the packaging because it's one of those that has that extra cover, which I don't like it. Okay, now I'm going to dust away that setting powder using this finishing powder in the Cover Effect Perfector Face Palette. Okay, so that finishing powder did help a lot to kind of like smooth, even everything out. But like I said, the foundation, the serum, the stick, they're very light coverage. So you can still see some of my scars, hyperpigmentation. But again, this is for people who like light, no makeup, light, no makeup, makeup. Anyway, for bronzer, I'm going to go in with this contour color from the Cover FX palette. It's definitely going to help bring my melanin back since that serum was way too light. I'm also going to contour the nose a little bit. And for highlight, I'm also going to use the highlight in this palette. For blush, I also picked up as an add-on the Zoeva-Aristo palette. So there are two blushes, a matte blush, a shimmery blush, and this seems to be a banana. I thought it was a highlighter, but it's a matte white banana color, or you can use it as a matte highlight. But I'm probably going to see if I could brighten up one of my under eyes and cut the contour with it, see if it works like that. But for now, I'm going to use both blushes in this palette. Can I go back and forth? It's a really pretty orangey blush. I've been loving orange blushes these days. I'm going to take this Japanese brush, which is like a precise baking brush that I got at TJ Maxx. It came as a set with the bigger version, which I'm going to use a little bit later on for I think like $9.99. I'm going to use that powder to brighten up the under eye. Works really well. So then this is the bigger version that also came in this set, and I'm going to use that to carve out the contour. Okay, now I'm just going to dust all of that away. For setting spray, I can't remember which or any I've gotten through Boxycharm. I'm going to have to look back and check. But I'm just going to use this Rock Candy Silky setting spray that I got in another box. I don't typically use it to set my face because the scent is so strong. I really just use it to wet my brushes to like foil my eyeshadows. But that's the only one I had right here, so. Okay, now we're gonna finish up the eyes. First, I'm gonna go in with the $1 Billion Brows Brow Gel. This came in that set with the brow pencil that I used earlier. It is a clear brow gel, but it has some really good hold to it. For my brow bone, I'm gonna go in with 182 degrees Celsius. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with Almost Burnt. I'm gonna go in with Edible Gem on the lower lash line. And I'm gonna blend that out with Finish Sensual. Real interesting name. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up the eyes with my Appeal Gel Liner in Deep Taupe. And well, my Lancome Monsieur Big mascara, which I did not get in Boxycharm, but this is the one I have out right now. For lips, I'm gonna go in with the Bodyography Lip Pencil in Rosewood. I just got this in my Boxy Luxe. And I'm gonna go in with this Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Mocha. Those two are match made in heaven. And then over top for gloss, I'm going to go in with the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Lip Gloss in Strawberry Lemonade. I don't like to go directly in with my lip gloss. I just put some on the back of my hand. And then I tap it on with my finger. Right in the middle. Alright, so we're pretty much done. I'm just going to go finish up the look and I'll be right back. Okay, and now here I am back with the finished look. A nice orangey, neutral, coppery glow, if you will. I think this is a nice everyday type of look, right? Anyway, so just going to quickly talk about the stuff that I got in my last pop-up, just those things. As you know, everything else I filled it in with the Boxycharm stuff. So first thing, I obviously didn't use this on camera, but the Tula Skincare Star Bright Nourishing the Cosmic Hydrogel Mask. So this isn't really like a sheet mask, it's that sort of a gel consistency, and it comes in two parts, part for your eyes and part for down here. I used it yesterday when I was doing my Sunday masking, and I actually really like it. It is very juicy. When I opened it, it just like it squirted out. It was really juicy and it felt nice on the skin, nice and hydrating. So this was a 4-pack. I definitely enjoyed using this and I can't wait to use the rest of them. Okay, the Paragon MD No Makeup Foundation Serum. So this is very light coverage. 1, 2, it is way too light for me. So I did end up helping it along, but I don't see myself really using this again because it's too light coverage, and it really didn't do anything for me. It really didn't do much for me. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to declutter this one. The other complexion items, both from Nudestx, the tinted blur stick and the concealer. These I did like, even though they were also light coverage. First of all, the blur stick was closer to my skin tone, and the concealer was a nice color for my skin tone as well. Both light coverage, but they blended in very nicely. I think these will be really good for a quick 5-minute throw it on the post, you know, somebody's coming to the door type thing. I think these will work really well for this. I'm going to try to incorporate this into my everyday 10-minute when I'm taking my daughter to daycare type of look and see how well it works, how well it holds up, and I'll definitely get back to you on this. But I liked these two products from Nudestx. The lashes, these Risky lashes, are big and bold and beautiful. They flare out on the end just like I love. They are a little bit heavier, so I think they're good for more dramatic looks, but you know, they still look pretty good. I did end up taking them off and trimming off a little bit off the edges because it was way too much, and that's rare for me. Normally, because of the size of my eyes, lashes fit properly and I rarely have to trim them, but I did end up trimming a little bit off of this and they fit much more comfortably. But I really like these, and I'll use them again with a more dramatic, not so much of a softer everyday type look. The Aristo palette, the blush palette. So these blushes are very nice. I've been loving the orangey tone blushes. So there is a shimmer one and a matte. So that's the shimmer and that's the matte. Very similar in color. This is a little too dark to use as a highlighter, but you know, it works as a glowy blush. I'm pretty surprised about this banana matte yellow color that is in here. I thought it was going to be like a champagne-y shimmery highlight, So I was very surprised about that. I mean, it did work well to brighten up my under eyes and to carve this out. I just think it's a really odd choice being in a palette like this, 2 blushes and a banana powder. I don't know. But it did work pretty well. And you know, not everybody does a shimmery highlight. You can actually use this as a matte highlight. You know, one of my looks going forward, I'm going to try to do like an all matte, like all matte everything, and even do a matte highlight so I can show you how that looks, because it does work if you're not into shimmery stuff. So I will use it for that. So other than brightening up the under eyes or anything like that, I don't really do matte highlights a lot, but you know, it seemed to be a really nice soft pigmented powder. And for the Caramel Melange palette, so I know a lot of people got this in their Boxycharm. It is a very nice neutral, warm neutral palette, mostly mattes. There are 3 shimmers. This brown one, which is the brown that has the gold flecks of, so you see it when you swatch it, when it's very heavy like that, but when you blend it out, which most people would do with a matte, you don't really see, like, I'm not seeing any gold shimmer on it. I think I heard somewhere that they put shimmers in mattes to help it blend better. It's very pigmented. It did blend very nicely, but you really don't see the gold shimmer, so I really don't see the point of it. Some of these lighter colors I rarely would use. This is pretty much the 6 that I would be using all the time for a nice, quick, everyday eye. Like, I can basically just take these 6 colors and do like a quick everyday eye. These will rarely get used, but they're there. In terms of the shadows, this is my first time using Zoeva shadows, and it did blend out really nice. The shimmers were very, very soft, not like bam shimmery in your face, but it gives a nice glow. And like I said, I think this palette will be really, really good for people who like nice warm neutral looks, or like those 6 shades would be a perfect quick go to work, throw it on type of look. So I think it is really, really good for that. In the future, I think I'm going to try some more Zoeva stuff, but all of their eyeshadows seem to be more on the neutral side. I did see that they have more like 6-pan palettes. Some of them are a little bit more berry or pinky, so I might look at those. And it's annoying that it doesn't have a mirror, but I paid like what, $8 for the palette? I'm fine. Alright, so that's it. That's my first impressions of all the items that I got in the last Boxy pop-up and some add-ons. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think of the products and how they applied? We all know that foundation serum was a mess, but it is what it is. This is what happens to me when I buy stuff online. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.